Hello, hello, hello everyone! Thunderous Wolf here. Welcome one, welcome all to another stream. Sam, JR3, any lurkers in the chat? Welcome on in. I hope you all have been having a really good day today. I've been having a pretty good day today once more. I am happy to say another very productive one. Did a couple hours of editing for the next YouTube upload, and I'm happy to say that I'm actually almost already done with the next YouTube upload. I just gotta fill in a couple of like placeholder things that I got on the timeline and everything. But you know, once I get that all figured out, probably I'll wait to upload it until sometime next week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it this weekend, but it is close. It is close. Posture check, hydrate, and stretch. Yay! I am blessed by the chat to drink agua. Oh, and I am also blessed to stretch and then assume the not shrimp position. What is the not shrimp position? I don't know. I'll leave you all to your imaginations to figure out what that might be. But yeah. So another productive day. Happy to say. Trying to think. What? Oh yeah. So, anyone in the audience right now, anyone in the chat watching, with a keen attention to detail, you might notice that the borders that were around like the starting soon screen here, and you'll see when we switch over to the gameplay, to the gameplay scene and everything, that I've gotten rid of the borders. I've expanded the screen a little bit. And main reason why those black borders are on like around the screen anyway is because of the fact that my laptop screen here is 16 by 10 instead of 16 by 9. So there's a little bit of tomfuckery going on with, you know, with like the borders and everything. You know, with me trying to stream in like 720p 60, you know, like the whole aspect ratio shenanigans and everything there. But needless to say, I got rid of borders. Pixie would be very proud of me. So yeah. So just a little small little change and everything. I'm going to take note of like the exact dimensions, like the pixels, like however, like the exact like transform and everything for this, so that way I can just keep things how they are here. That little extra sense of polish that can really make a stream, you know, take off and everything. I say take off as if like I'm gonna become a grand like superstar or anything like that with just this small little change. How to go from like what is it, one or what is the popular like thumbnail choice, what they show like the zero counter, how to go from 0 viewers to 1,000 in one simple trick or something like that. Oh, if only it were that easy. But if it were that easy, then you know, plenty, like hundreds of like thousands of more people, you know, would be doing this and all that. So I mean, I don't know. Okay, maybe I should dial that back a little bit. I don't want to make it seem like streaming is the hardest thing ever, because chat, I forget their, well, even if I did remember their name, I'm not gonna say their name because I don't want to like direct any like attention their way. But there's like a small like content creator, like a small streamer who unironically tried to argue that streaming was harder than like someone's usual 9-to-5 job. I call bullshit on that grade S+ premium tier bullshit. No, streaming here on Twitch is infinitely more satisfying, infinitely more fun, infinitely does not want to make me error 404 myself. By the way, Twitch, do not send me a "hey, are you okay" email, because I'm perfectly fine. I'm just airing out my frustrations with a 9-to-5 and all of that. Bro, I don't know how that one person unironically said that like streaming was harder than like someone's 9-to-5, because I call bullshit. Streaming is way more fun, way more satisfying, you know, than my 9-to-5. I can confirm. Cute Fulf, yo, Uno reverse card for you, Miley Puppers. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Just here, just goofing off in the stream preamble. Oh, we do be lagging a little bit. I did have a couple of dropped frames just now. My my Ethernet adapter said for a little bit. So if you guys are a little bit behind, just going ahead and like pause and then unpause and like refresh the stream a little bit so that you are caught back up to speed. Damn it. Okay, so my dropped frames right now, we dropped exactly 626 frames. Why couldn't it have been 621 frames? I could have been like, ha, 621, funny. You know, I could, damn it. Close but no cigar. We were on the verge of greatness. We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close. And everything. So, let's transition over to the gameplay. Ta-da! Yeah, you can see by the borders and everything here, or the lack of borders, I should say. I finally got rid of the black borders that were around the Steam Deck screen here, and I think the reason why I had that in the first place is because of the fact that I needed to shrink, like I needed to manually adjust the display on the Steam Deck end whenever I have my TV dock attached to it. So I think that translated over to like the borders for like the screen on OBS for like you guys and everything. So I finally got around to fixing that, to making the screen, to enlarging the screen and all of that. So there's that little fix for you. 621, exactly, yay. So yeah, today we are going to be doing the Star Wars Squadrons stream. I will say, it was really nice. It was really nice to chillax and chill with some Project Wingman during yesterday's stream, but I am finally ready to do some Star Wars Squadrons. Got my audio tests in, so hopefully the audio will sound good. Though, I will admit, I might well, I don't know. I'll leave the audio as is, but I might bump it down just a little bit, and the main reason for that is because this stream is going to test my goop yapping capabilities, because as we all know, Disney and just the Star Wars IP in general can be very trigger happy when it comes to like DMCA's like for their music and everything. So I will attempt to just keep on continuously goob yapping about stuff throughout the stream. and everything. Audio jungle today might be an audio jungle stream. Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I hadn't even thought about that until like a couple minutes before I hit start streaming here on OBS. I'm like, oh shit, you know, because otherwise I would have done a thing where like I queued up like a lot of like music on stream elements' end, and then, you know, did that. But then I'd have to figure out how to do like the audio ducking through the desktop, whatchamacallit. Excuse me, the desktop audio track and not like the game capture audio track, and you know, and all that. And I just wouldn't have had the time to do that in like the couple minutes that I had left, because I definitely wouldn't be able to make any of those kinds of adjustments during like the actual stream itself, because OBS locks you out of like a lot of what you can do, which makes sense, you know, because trying to change like some of the more crucial elements on the fly for the stream is probably a little bit ill-advised, probably a little ill fucky wucky and everything, enlarging. And all that. So I'm trying to think, are there any other like major announcements that I can think of before I start on the stream? See, I don't think so, no, because yeah, I talked about the music, talked about the music situation for the Star Wars. So maybe audio jungle, I might be intensely goob yapping. Time for me to dig up some memories, maybe from when I was a wee little lad to talk about like throughout the stream and everything. Did all of that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything else that I can think of off the top of my head. And truthfully, if I do think of something else, that means I can talk about it during the actual gameplay, which means that I can continue to goob yap, so that I hopefully do not get struck by the right hand of God that is the Star Wars IP, because oh boy, yeah. So yeah, and the thing is, I'm not sure if I want to keep the stream VOD up, because I mean, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how like the DMCA situation is for I'm not sure what the DMCA like copyrighted music situation is over on the Twitch side of things, because I'm much more familiar with how that kind of stuff flies over on YouTube, having done YouTube for considerably longer than Twitch at this point. Like, I've been doing YouTube for what, I joined in March 20, so like, or not March, it was in 2020, so like just shy of 4 years, if not 4 years of doing things on YouTube versus the 4 months, you know, on Twitch. So I'm more well versed on the YouTube side of that, but you know, I'll play it safe here, and yeah, we'll keep on goob yapping and all that. How do you feel about Twitch adding bit redeems in the channel points window? I just saw that when I booted up my my OBS here. This is the first time that I've been seeing it and everything. Honestly, I'm kind of indifferent about it right now. I'm indifferent about it. Like, I don't necessarily like immensely like or immensely dislike it or anything. I will admit it is probably going to take a bit of getting used to, because where the bits redeem is used to be where the channel points like redeem is, so it might take a slight amount of readjustment for muscle memory in order for me to like, you know, be like, oh shit, no, I meant to go to the channel points instead of like the bits and everything. But for me, at least, I'm indifferent on something like that for the time being. So, here we are, Star Wars Squadrons. So for anyone who doesn't know, Star Wars Squadrons is an arcade flight action game where you take on the role of a pilot for either the New Republic, aka the Rebels, or like the Imperials, aka the Empire. You get to fly a lot of the iconic Star Wars aircraft. So here you've got your X-Wing, your Y-Wing, your A-Wing, and then some other aircraft that have appeared in like some of the future films, like the U-Wing gunship, you know, from Rogue One, and then like the B-Wing and all of that. And then if like we switch over to the Empire hangar here, Then if we go to, customize starfighter over here, we've got the TIE Fighter, the TIE Bomber, the TIE Interceptor, the TIE Reaper, and then the TIE Defender, and all of that. And one of the main things about this game is that you are only able to fly and fight in the first-person perspective. That is like part of the core of what makes Star Wars Squadrons like unique among other arcade flight action games. Because the cockpit cam has always been a thing that arcade flight action games have included, a lot of the time, and all that. But Star Wars Squadrons here is specifically like you are locked into the cockpit camera. There's no like third person view or anything like that. Which is perfectly fine with me, perfectly fine with me. It doesn't like mess up my flow or anything like that. And because of the fact that the game only allows the cockpit camera for like your minute-to-minute gameplay anyway, you are able to get really immersed in it because this game also has VR support. I actually have this game for like all of the major systems. I have the game for my Series X, which is what I've played this game the most on. I've got it on PlayStation, like my PS5, which I haven't played as much with, but I have messed around on a couple of missions with the PSVR element of that, which the PSVR is really freaking cool. The PSVR like aspect of it, getting really immersed as like the rebel or the Empire like pilot and everything. And then I also have it here on the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck I haven't played as much on it just because I'm so used to playing the console versions. The Xbox, or the other console versions, I should say, the Xbox and the PlayStation version specifically. But because I have my almighty Steam Deck now, I'm able to get the Steam version of this game, and now I am able to play this version as well. And the cool thing is, this game is fully Steam Deck verified. Not even just like the yellow exclamation mark where it says playable, where there'd be like a couple of compromises here and there for the experience. It is fully verified, meaning this thing will work really well for your Steam Deck if you do have one. And I would recommend that you get Star Wars Squadrons. Like right out the gate, I would strongly recommend that you get this game if you are interested in like the Star Wars IP, if you're interested in arcade flight action combat, and things of the like. So if we go over to Customize Starfighter here, you'll see that we can choose any of the 5 starfighters that we can fly in the game. So like for the Rebels here, again, we've got the X-Wing, the Y-Wing, the A-Wing, the U-Wing, and then like the B-Wing and all that. So let's just go over to the X-Wing here. This is the bread and butter of the Star Wars Squadrons gameplay loop. The components, aka your customization. How do you want to tailor your starfighter for the specific mission at hand? So we have primary weapon, left auxiliary, right auxiliary, countermeasures, hull, shields, and then the engine. Primary weapon is your standard cannon. So as you can see here, we've got like our balanced, or cannon, I guess, laser cannon, I guess, yeah. So we've got our standard like laser cannon. We've got the burst one, another burst cannon, a plasburst laser cannon, and then an ion cannon, which an ion cannon would like disable enemy starfighters and subsystems, but it wouldn't actually deal a whole lot in the way of damage to actually cause them to go boom, to like actually cause them to die and everything. Then we have like our abilities essentially. So left auxiliary, like I currently have set to the repair droid, which repairs a bit of my hull integrity. Because for the starfighters, for the rebels specifically, we have shield integrity, like how much our like shields can take before like the shields are penetrated and like we start taking on hull damage. Whereas with the TIE fighters, like the Imperial side of things, I mean, aside from the TIE Reaper and TIE Defender, because those two do have like shields and everything. The other ones, so the TIE Fighter, Bomber, and Interceptor, those, anyone not familiar with Star Wars lore, I can actually swap over to the Imperial hangar here. Anyone not familiar with Star Wars lore, the TIEs in Star Wars, at least like, aircraft like the TIE Fighter, for instance, they are like mass produced and everything. Like these TIE Fighters are manufactured for like quantity over quality, essentially, because these don't have any deflector shields, so they have a little bit less survivability when it comes to like any Rebel fighters. and such like that, which is really strange. It's really strange to me that like the Empire would like train all of these pilots, but then they wouldn't like they would have them fly in aircraft that are essentially just like, you know, that are objectively worse in some areas to like the rebels and everything. Because as you can see, or I'm kind of blocking it right here. Hold on. Or here, I could just read it off. So I'm sorry for blocking it here, but it says in the description here, fewer than 10% of certified candidates ever earn the right to wear the Galactic Empire standard issue uniform. So whenever like a class like goes to the Imperial Academy or whatever to train to become TIE pilots, fewer than 10%, so like, you know, 9% or lower, like whatever the specific like, you know, graduation rates / like attrition rates for those who drop out are, you know, they like very few of them actually ever get to hop into the cockpit of a TIE aircraft. So to have such a harsh training regiment, but then to plop them into aircraft, that is essentially, you know, like quality or quantity over quality, essentially, you know, it's so weird. You have that dichotomy, or that contradiction there, where the pilots, you know, they go through intense, rigorous, like training and whatnot. Like those are like among the best of the best, but then the aircraft that they ultimately get certified to fly in are anything like but like the best of the best here, which is really weird. So here we can inspect. So here's a little bit of like the cockpit details and everything for the TIE specific here. Something that personally has bugged me about the TIE fighter design is the fact that you can only see directly out in front of you here. You can't actually look over to your left and right here. You can't actually see like to your left and right. And yeah, you know, you've got your like this panel right here is like the mini map and everything, essentially like actually in game and everything. And then you have all of like your other informational systems throughout here and everything, but still it's so weird to not actually be able to look to your left and right and like actually see out into space. I've seen a couple people theorize that the reason why the cockpits are designed this way is because even though we haven't seen it in any of the films yet, which is why it's just like a theory, people have been like theorizing about it, is the fact that like the TIE pilots, like once they put their helmets on, they can actually see like outside of the cockpits here. And everything. Like for anyone familiar with Ace Combat, for example, the Ace Combat 3 aircraft would have the connection for flight interface, the coffin cockpits system, where like the actual like canopy of the aircraft, like you can't actually see anything like outside of the aircraft, but the actual aircraft, like once you are connected to your fighter, and all of that, like you're actually able to see because there are like thousands of sensors and cameras like on the exterior of the aircraft. So people have theorized that could be what's possibly happening over here with like the TIE fighters, and that's why they don't even need like the side views. But then that begs the question: if they don't need the side views, why would they need like the front view? If they would already have the capability in their helmets to see from their side, you know, why would they need the like viewport out in the front there? And all that. So just, I don't know, just I'm kind of being nitpicky about the TIE designs here specifically, but compared to, I don't know, where do you go to inspect? So compared to the Rebels here you can actually see out of your right, and you can actually see out of your left, and all of that. And then some more like details about the Rebel cockpit here and everything. I will say I love the attention to detail that is being given here. Like all the flashing lights, all the buttons, and like, you know, the hand on like the throttle and the brake and everything, you know, your joystick, like idle movements, like you can see my pilot's legs, you know, idly moving and everything. It's so good. I love it, man. I love the attention to detail like for the aircraft and all of that. So going back to the loadout, you know, you've got your left auxiliary, your right auxiliary, and specifically, it's the auxiliary components that can like truly tailor your starfighter design to either, you know, like a jack of all trades, or like more like heavy ship focus, or like small nimble like enemy fighter focus, and all of that. So like, you know, the emergency assault shield, which allows you to take significantly less damage from the front. You know, your boost extension kit, which is 100% boost on consumption, which leads into the power systems like for your starfighter, because it's more than just, you know, you fly around in a starfighter and like you shoot like at the enemy and everything. There's actually a little bit of like systems management that goes on with your starfighter as well. Not anything extreme, like this is still an arcade flight action game at the end of the day, so it's not anything super extreme or like super simulated or anything like that, but there is still a little bit of like a system management between your engine, your engines, your weapons, and then if applicable, like depending on what aircraft you're flying, your shields and everything. So like you've got like barrage rockets and all of that. And which, in all fairness, like the aircraft here are sort of already tailored. Like you got the X-wing as your fighter, your A-wing as your bomb, or your A-wing as your interceptor, your Y-wing, excuse me, as like your bomber. So like it's not like you could convert the Y-wing into like an interceptor or a fighter or anything, but you can. What you can more so do is you can either like compensate for some weaker areas of the aircraft, like further strengthen an area that like the aircraft is already excelling in, or, you know, figure out some kind of balance of the two, essentially. So then you've got like your countermeasures. I personally love the sensor jammer, because as soon as you activate it, immediately like all enemy missiles, like lose track of you. For like a brief period, but it only has like a single use. As you can see, ammo capacity down there at the bottom, it's only 1. So you need to go back to like your either like your capital ship, or like any of like your supporting ships, like to refill like those kinds of supports and whatnot. Hey, Ace Combat Shill, welcome on in. I've been building a battleship today. Ooh, nice. Sounds fun. So then we've got like our hull here, so you can either increase hull like integrity like I've done here, but turning and changing speeds take longer, or you can trade some hull integrity to be like more nimble, so like the concept of like not getting hit at all in the first place if you want to prioritize that. Then like you've got your shields for any aircraft that are applicable to the shields. So you can have like extensive, like you can have super like ultra beefy shields, but like once they're depleted, they're gone. They don't replenish at all. You can have much less damage taken from lasers, but you take more damage from auxiliary components like missiles, and like vice versa, and all of that. Same thing with like the hull as well. Like particularly for like the Empire like fighters and everything, where you could take less damage from auxiliary components but more damage from like lasers, like cannons and everything. And then like your engines here, which I personally like to really spam like the boost and everything. So I've got the Quad X jet engine for the Rebels here, for like whatever starfighters allow that. And then you've got customization options as well here. So I personally like to rock the Red Squadron skin for like the X-Wing here, for example. Responsible for the destruction of the first Death Star, Red Squadron is one of the Rebel Alliance's oldest and most reliable starfighter groups. But as you can see here, like the more rare the skin is, the more glory, the currency to the top right there next to the like squared looking thing, which is the squared looking currency is what you would use to buy the aircraft or the starfighter rather components, like the lasers, your auxiliary components, things like that. So then you've got more. Okay, for some reason, anyone who's played Need for Speed 05 Most Wanted, who's the guy with the ugly ass green and yellow looking Aston Martin? Who is he? Number 3 on the blacklist, I want to say, like 4 or 3. That's what Typhoon Squadron here reminds me of. That reminds me of that ugly ass, ugly. Y'all look at ugly ass, ugly ass Aston Martin there. So then you've got, you know, your chromium flash, you know, convoy's courage, things like that. You can also equip some decals if you want. I personally don't bother with the decals. If you want to personalize the interior of the aircraft and whatnot, you know, some holograms, you know, dashboard, hanging flare, you know, little things to spice up your the inside of your aircraft, because again, the specific POV, you know, you only have you only are able to fly from the cockpit and everything. The Y-Wing, I have gone on ahead and just maxed out like maximum hull. I've traded, you can see at the bottom right there, I've traded acceleration and maneuverability for this thing to be a beefy machine, taking a lot of damage and everything. The A-Wing here, the A-Wing I think I've left alone for the most part, aside from like countermeasures here. So like the sensor inverter is my favorite for any ships that allow it. In particular, like the interceptors. Like I noticed this is available on like the TIE Interceptor and then the A-Wing. I don't think this is available on very many other aircraft, but you can redirect a missile locked on. It says down at the bottom left here, redirects a missile locked onto you back towards your attacker, only works at very close range. So you have to time your use of it correctly in order to like tell the missile, no, go after the guy who sent you and everything. And the missile's like, oh, okay, and everything. I'm a bit late because I was watching an air combat stream. Hey, all good, Ace Combat Chill. No worries, man. Good to have you. Hope the air combat stream that you were watching was fun. And then I just like to leave the hull for this thing the same, standard deflector, standard engine, and all of that. And then, yeah, just leave it at that. I personally haven't touched like the U-Wing or the B-Wing just because I personally haven't used either of those. Like I personally in Star Wars Squadrons here, I like to take on either like the role of either the fighter, bomber, or interceptor. I'm not really that much of a support kind of player in Star Wars Squadrons, which to be fair, I will fully admit I've only ever played like the PvE elements, like the fleet battles versus the AI. I'm someone who has grown a bit more distant towards like PvP specific like modes and everything. Like I'm someone who, like, if there's a way for me to earn like standard progression and all that through like a PvE mode, I will do that. Like For Honor, for example, like the medieval fighting game and whatnot, I have exclusively like stuck with like the PvE side of things and everything because I can still earn, you know, like XP, still like complete challenges and everything in that space and whatnot. Because if I can achieve the same results while having a more casual, laid back, and fun time, rather than needing to sweat my ass off, you know, and everything in PvP, and not have to experience the urge of wanting to throw my controller across the room after I get guard broken and then pushed off a ledge. And I mean, granted, that does happen every now and then in PvE too, but something about it being done by a bot is like less angering to me than by a player. I don't know why. If I can avoid that feeling, then hey, it's a good day. Let's see. Half of it was just the streamer luck stuck on Last Refuge, which, to be fair, they're a noob. God, I love PvE. I love that co-op battle exists in WoWs. Dude, yeah, like co-op battles or, you know, any kind of like PvE mode or anything. Yeah, I love PvE as well. I will always stand by PvE. That being said, I do like to, I do still like have the games that I really like PvP in, like Battlefield 4, for example. I mean, Battlefield 4 doesn't have any PvE modes to begin with for its multiplayer, but something about Battlefield 4's like core gameplay loop, like I've mentioned it in my like 10th birthday 10-year anniversary video for Battlefield 4. I love Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 is my personal favorite game. I think I might have even mentioned it on the stream at one point before. But let's go to Fleet Battles versus AI before I continue rambling and we're just staring at the X-Wing for a little bit. I'll continue to ramble during the actual game, but I figured some gameplay where we're actually shooting at things would be a bit more fun for everyone here. And then, let's see here. Let me lower the volume here. We might get a frame drop a little bit as I adjust that. All right, there we go. Okay, so as I was saying, resuming my love of Battlefield 4 rant here, though. I love Battlefield 4. Like, it is still, to this day, my personal favorite Battlefield title of all time. And the reason for that is because this was when Battlefield was like, I would say this was when Battlefield was at its peak. You know, obviously not everyone's going to agree with me on that because For lots of other people, the peak of Battlefield may be like Bad Company 2 or Battlefield 3, which as someone who has played Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3, I totally get, like, if that's your favorite Battlefield game of all time and, like, not Battlefield 4, I absolutely get why. Because even though I may not have played, like, much Bad Company 2, like, when it was in its prime, like, in its heyday and everything, I did play a fair bit of Battlefield 3. Granted, I played like the butchered console version. I played Battlefield 3 on the 360 because I was a wee little lad. Even if I was like a wee little lad who had like an Omega like gaming PC and everything, probably still would have struggled a little bit. But the what was I saying? But like I played Battlefield 3, the console version and whatnot, but I still had a ton of fun on the console version, even though it was only like 12v12, and then obviously the graphical downgrades and all of that. You know, I managed with that. Part of the reason why, on that note, part of the reason why Battlefield 4 was like a personal favorite of mine is because of the fact that this was when I got to experience like the true, like, I guess the true gaming experience TM. Like I got to experience like gaming like as it was intended. I got to experience what I had missed out with Battlefield like 3, for instance, like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield Bad Company 2 for that matter, because Bad Company 2 had much higher like player counts on or lobby sizes, I should say, on like PC and everything. So this was the first time that I got to finally experience that. So already, like, I had a couple of bonus points from there and everything. But obviously, those are just bonus points, you know. It doesn't matter if, like, you can have more players on the battlefield at any given moment. The core gameplay has to be fun. Battlefield 2042 and its 128 player lobbies. Anyway. So back to Battlefield 4. The main reason why that I love Battlefield 4 is because it achieved the class dynamic perfectly, in my opinion. For anyone unfamiliar with how the class system works in Battlefield, you usually, emphasis on usually, because, you know, again, Battlefield 2042 has classes now, but back when it like first launched and everything, it completely like threw that away in order to chase trends rather than set all new ones, which I'm still pissed about to this day. I think I'm as pissed about it as I am to this day still, because I was really looking forward to 2042 and everything, especially after Battlefield 5 didn't hit for me personally. So back to Battlefield 4, the class dynamic was like achieved perfectly there, because you had Assault, which was your like frontline soldier, like with the versatile assault rifle. You had like access to like a couple of other tools as well, like the grenade launcher. But the main role of the main like thing that the assault player was known for in Battlefield 4 is the ability to heal and revive people. You've got like your medical pouches, medical bags, your defibs, and all of that. And me personally, I love playing like the supporting role when it comes to any game that allows such a thing. Like if there's like a medic role or, you know, anything like that, I will absolutely be first in line to take that medical role. Not only because it does feel genuinely nice to help the team out by like keeping them on their feet and to like keep a defense or like a push going, but it also means like that you get a lot of points and everything. Because chat, anyone else here who has played 2042, or if you've played 2042, I am terribly sorry. Let me know if you're as disappointed as I am in that game. But if you've played Battlefield 4 and you've played like the assault class, can you attest how awesome an Operation Locker, like an Operation Locker or like Operation Metro kind of game can be when you're the assault class? Because you just rack up the points, man. You rack up the points something fierce when it comes to like ranking up and everything on those maps, just because there's like a lot of tight choke points, and you find yourself just like throwing down health packs and like dishing out revives and everything like that. I will admit, I have definitely gotten myself error 404'd in Battlefield 4 on more than one occasion because I was going after a revive a bit too much there. Like I would round a corner and I would try to like get a revive in before I got shot, and I would either fail at the revive and still die anyway, or like I would pick the person up and they would still die, which unfortunately just meant a free double kill for the enemy in a lot of instances. So I will admit, I have definitely gotten myself killed in Battlefield numerous times because of that. But you know, hey, you live and you learn, and at the end of the day, neurons are activating whenever we see points go up, right? So you know, you have your assault player, then you've got engineer, like your vehicle-centered class, which again, I'm gonna look to Battlefield 2042 here, because for anyone who was there at Battlefield 2042 during the launch, back when like we had the Specialist System 1.0, everyone took a rocket launcher. There was no defined class for that. Everyone took the rocket launcher. Didn't matter who it was, like what kind of playstyle you had. Everyone took the recoilless launcher because of just how prevalent vehicles were in that game. Yo, Never Goob walking on in. How's the day been for you, man? I am reminiscing on the best Battlefield title in my opinion, Battlefield 4 at the moment, while making ships explode here in the Star Wars Squadron, or in the game known as, I should say, Star Wars Squadron. Rocket launcher or the Carl Gustav, it's a recoilless rifle. Oh, recoil. Okay, so yeah, recoilless rifle. My bad, I'm getting the terminology wrong of the launcher in 2042. Yeah, okay, my bad. Where the fuck is this guy? There we go. And so yeah, so you had that in Battlefield 4, because most people in Battlefield 4 would just use the like the repair tool and then like a rocket launcher of choice. I even remember the SRA. The SRA was the absolute undisputed king for a while in like the early days of Battlefield 4. And the reason for that is because if you knew how to play your cards right, you could get 2 rockets off on the you could just get the you could get 2 rockets off, you know, for free and everything. I am going to restock my ammo here real quick before we move on to the cruisers again. It's just a big ass tube with a big ass bullet. All right, off we go. So, so for the SRA, the trick that that people would use in the earlier days of Battlefield 4 was you would fire your. So actually, let me explain how the SRA worked for anyone unfamiliar. So the SRA, you could actually guide the rocket to its target by like you would fire and then you would continue to aim down the sights and like point your reticle at the target that you ultimately wanted to hit. So that way, like if the target was making like small adjustments, like if you're targeting an MBT that's trying to like roll away or something, you can just like steer the rocket to the right or left, and you know, bam, next thing you know, the tank is still gonna get hit anyway. But what made the SRA in particular so deadly was because of the fact that you could fire 2 shots off. So the way that people would do that in the early days of Battlefield 4 is you would fire your first shot into the air. You wouldn't even aim. You would just fire from the hip. You would fire the first shot directly into the air. You would reload, get your second shot like loaded and ready. And then once your second shot was loaded and ready, you would take aim at the target that you would want to hit. You would take aim at the target that you want to hit, and then not only would you be allowed to fire a second shot, but the first shot that you fired into the air, because of the way that the game was coded at the time, you could have like the first shot that was in the air still follow where you were aiming. So the first shot would come from the air and then whoosh, just straight down. You would essentially get a free javelin shot, because the javelin likes to take like a top-down approach, or rather a top-down approach for if you have like a laser guided target, because I think the way that the game mechanics worked in Battlefield 4 is that you had to get like a laser lock on, so like a recon player using their personal laser designator in order for you to get the extra damage from like the up and the down attack, as opposed to just like straight from the side. That like was the more common like way. So basically, BGM-71 tow, essentially a portable tow, yeah. I mean, there were like tow launchers spread throughout some of the maps in Battlefield 4 as well, like the stationary ones, but the SRA is essentially, yeah, like the tow in the fact that you could like guide the rocket to like its target, yeah. So yeah, that was an early technique, like tactic, that a lot of early Battlefield 4 engineer players would use. That has unfortunately been patched long ago, though. So you can only have one active SRA shot at a given time. Because like if you were to try to replicate that strategy in Battlefield 4 today, you fire your first SRA rocket into the air. But as soon as you fired your second shot, the first shot would no longer be able to be tracked. Like you would lose the tracking capability of your first shot there. So yeah, unfortunately, it is not a tactic that is of viable use anymore. And speaking of like viable uses and tactics and whatnot, the V40, I think it was, if I'm getting the specific name correct, the V40 mini frag grenades. The mini frag grenades used to be absolutely goated purely just because of the ammo that you would get. Because you used to get like 3 of them at the same time. So what would happen is like the multiple different types of grenades in Battlefield 4, you would have like your regular frag grenade, you would have flashbangs, you would have flares if you deemed those useful for one reason or another. And then on the note of like the current topic of discussion, you would have the V40 mini frag grenades. And the purpose of the V40s was you would be able to carry more of them, but they wouldn't be as, they wouldn't be as powerful as like a standard frag grenade. Like they wouldn't deal much or it's not that they wouldn't deal like much damage, it's they had a smaller blast radius, so they wouldn't be able to deal as much damage in comparison just because the blast radius would be smaller. So the problem with that though is that because you used to have 3 at any given moment, you could just lob those at like enemies at like a choke point or something. Dude, Operation Locker matches when you used to be able to carry 3 of the mini grenades and everything used to be a mess. Think of a modern day like Battlefield 1 match with how intense the grenade spam is in that game, but that applied to Battlefield 4. because my goodness, it was nuts. But luckily, I forget off the top of my head if the damage got nerfed for the mini frag grenades. But I know for a fact that you're no longer able to carry 3 of those. You're only able to carry 2. And that's just been the same thing ever since. And the V40s have not really been that much of a problem ever since then. I'm trying to think, were there any other like tactics and like old golden day tactics and strategies and everything from back in the day that I can remember? Yo, Darf, welcome on in. Cute burb spotted. W ding point, cute burb. Yo, how's it going, man? Good to see ya. I am reminiscing on the good old days of Battlefield 4 here, and just kind of shooting the shit, talking about whatever here. So okay, so going back to the classes, because that was what we were originally talking about. So you got engineer with all of that, and you know what's nuts? Okay, so another thing that I immensely disliked about Battlefield 4, or Battlefield 2042, I should say. I mean, there are things that I disliked about Battlefield 4, in particular, like the suppression mechanic. I'm not a big fan of that because you can objectively like have the better aim in a gunfight, and then the Battlefield 4 suppression mechanic will be like, no, you lose, and then you'll still die. Bro, what the hell are you doing with the jacket on, Thunder? It's hot as hell out. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fun fact about Star Wars Squadrons. I believe it's an always online DRM game because I cannot pause my game right now. I am sweating bullets. Here, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna hope that I don't get shot. Ah, all right, there we go. There you go. Yo, Doomsday Pride, welcome on in. Good to see ya. Ha, look at that, I am able to multitask. So you had engineer with that, and back to the complaint that I was originally going to levy against 2042 was back in the early days of 2042, you could not carry the recoilless rifle and the repair tool at the same time. So you could not fulfill the traditional role of the support player by being like as vehicle centered, like vehicle oriented as the engineer class normally was in a Battlefield game. Because the engineer class in lots of the older Battlefield titles was there for both attacking enemy vehicles and repairing repairing your allied vehicles and everything. Just got a great stream. Hey, hell yeah, cute full. I'm not cute. Stop it. No. Oh right, guess what happened today on my stream? Darv twerk like. You did what now, Darv? Yo, chat, spam some bonk emotes in the chat. What? No, but what happened though? What happened though, Darv? Fire in my laser. Damn, that's an old ass meme that I'm quoting there. I'm a fire in my laser. Hey, we got it. Nah, spout can. Yo, what? Oh shit, good stuff. Yeah, Doomsday, Dooms, bonk. Yo, good stuff. Thanks. See, damn, that meme makes me feel old. Wait, yo, Lupin, welcome on in. Good to see ya. Wait, seriously? That's awesome. Oh, minor spelling mistake. Yeah, that is awesome, Darv. Holy shit, congratulations. Yo, hell yeah. Hey, Lupin. Yeah, it caught me so off guard. Shit, I would have been the same way. That would have caught me off guard too, but like the good kind of getting caught off guard. Yo, good stuff, man. Glad to hear that. See, and then, yeah, only died one time. All right, and now we are going to swap over to the Empire side for this next match. See, and Egypt gifted 10 subs too. Hey, Giga Chad, yo, good stuff. Burp solidarity. Yo, hell yeah. Let's see, fleet battle, or actually, you know what? We do have an ad break coming up in a couple of minutes, and because, fun fact, I cannot pause this game, like in the middle of a match here, even during an AI match, I will wait until the ad breaks are done here, and then we will hop on to the next round. Damn, yeah, today's stream was so good. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, by the way, don't worry about the, like, lobby, like, music and whatnot being super low. Kind of intentional because I don't want to get DMCA'd by music and everything, but the music, like the volume picks up fine, like in the actual game and all that. I am, as I said at the start of the stream, today is my goob yapping practice session because I don't want to get smited by the hand of God or worse, Disney. Quoting Bricky from Bricky's Battlefront Classic Collection video there. Goob yap. Okay, so resuming the Battlefield, the Battlefield 4 fanboyism, and all that. Yeah, today's stream was good. Hell yeah, it sounds like today's stream was good. Yo, glad to hear it, man. Same for mine. Almost about to be Dead Space on a possible mode with the plasma cutter only. Nice. Yo, you're almost there. Bricky makes good shit. I love Bricky's content. Yeah, Bricky's content is super good. It was a good stream for me. Nice. I think Bricky's, like on the note of Bricky actually, I think his first ever video that I remember watching was his video on Extinction, the Call of Duty Ghosts, the Extinction video. It's a grind for me and I shall grind for thee, in reference to like the teeth that you get in Extinction and whatnot. So you had the engineer class with like the anti-vehicle and like the repairing your friendly vehicle stuff. Then you have the support player in Battlefield 4, which the support player is very infamous for not giving out the ammo when you are supposed to like actually give out the ammo. Still waiting on that fucking ammo, buddy. So you're normally, as a support player, you're in charge of like replenishing your team through like ammo pouches and ammo boxes and all that. And then as the name implies, you're able to support them through other means as well. So like you have your XM25, your like air burst, you got like the smoke variant. I think there's even like a flechette variant of that too, right? Like a shotgun variant essentially of that. And then in the another thing that I'm just now remembering about the early days of Battlefield 4, the UCAV. Anyone who's played Battlefield 4 here remember how bad the UCAV spam used to be? Because for anyone not familiar with Battlefield 4, the UCAV was a like remote control vehicle that you would like launch from like a tube essentially. You would just go thump, and then you would be able to like steer like the little like unmanned like thing around, and you would get like, and then like you would be able to just slam it down onto like an enemy or like a group of enemies, and then because the damage was so big, because like between the blast damage and like the actual base values, before like the actual base values of everything, you would like be able to get like tons of kills and everything during that as well. Thankfully though, the UCAV did eventually get nerfed so that like replenishing your UCAVs was much harder to do. Like it took a lot more time. You know, and then like I want to say the damage got reduced as well. I want to say they got reduced as well. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it's still effective, especially if you get a team. Let's let the ads run. I'm waiting until this next wave of ads runs before hopping on into the next game. So let's let them run. But for anyone who watches Martin Pants' videos, he like a long while, like one of his earlier videos is a Battlefield 4 tactic tier list, and like among like the unknown, like the question mark tier list, I think it was like above the S rank tier list. I think it was either that or the S rank tier list. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I would need to rewatch it. Like he and a couple of his friends would deploy multiple UCAVs, because against vehicles like tanks or like the attack bow, it would do 20 plus damage. So if you were able to get 5 people together and have all 5 of them launch a UCAV and like have all 5 of them slam into the tank and everything, 20 times 5 is 100, you would be able to just bam, you would be able to eliminate like the enemy attack boat or like the MBT and whatnot. Granted, assuming that the enemy didn't have like the active protection, because what the active protection would do in Battlefield 4 is it would give you like a very brief period of invincibility for like a couple of seconds. So like any projectiles that would be like shot at you, so like rockets or everything, like it would be intercepted in midair and everything. But the active protection did have a pretty considerable cooldown compared to like some of the other whatchamacallits. See, so a switchblade, that's a real thing. They've been using, they're being used in Ukraine a lot. I've heard, yeah. In tactical shooters, I like to be a sniper or support. Nice. Man, okay, I could never be like the recon player, for example, well, I mean, I guess I could, because I'd be able to equip like a carbine, a DMR, or a shotgun of like the universal weapon classes in Battlefield 4. But like any of the base ones, so like assault rifle for assault, your PDWs, your personal defense weapons for engineer, your LMGs, your light machine guns for support, and then your sniper rifles for recon. Ads. As much as I would like to stay silent, I am going to continue to goob yap. I guess I can just resume like goob yapping and like backtrack once the ads are done. Again, like I said at the start, this is my goob yapping test, because I do not want to get smited by the hand of God, or worse, Disney. I will take a quick water break though. Let's see, there are a lot realistic. There are a lot of AT kamikaze drones. Yeah, ants. God, I love that goob exploding emote. Dude, not Whis. Was it Whis who made like the other emotes? I want to say it was Whis. If I'm misremembering, feel free to be like, you fucking idiot. But say back. Hey, welcome back from Ad Hell. How was your stay? Me too. Yeah. Okay, so talking about the thing that I was responding to Never for, like tactical shooters, like to be a sniper or support. I could never be a sniper, partly because you know me, I suck at math, so like leading my shots and everything is like, how the fuck, and all that. But it also doesn't help that that in Battlefield 4, if you're looking to do the traditional, I don't think Whis did the boom emote. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I am a fucking idiot then. I wonder who did the boom emote then. But I forget off the top of my head. But in Battlefield 4, like the core playlist, obviously it's a little bit different if you want to switch over to like the hardcore playlist, where like the damage values is like increased because everyone has less base health to work with. So you'd be able to get consistent one-shot kills to like the chest and everything from there. But in Battlefield 4, in the core playlist, if you want to get one-shot kills, you have to go for the head. Like it has to be a headshot. So on top of like needing to leave my target and then having to get a headshot on top of that, so it's a little bit, a wee bit too challenging, and for me at least that. And I personally just love the opportunity to get more points with like being closer to the front lines with like assault and all that. Gotten really good at leading shots in World of Warships. Hey, hell yeah. So no head. Just checked in the Discord. It was Pepper Collie. Gotcha. Nice. Rolling on in. Hey, Fuzon, welcome on in. Good to see ya. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Okay, I'm gonna stop there before I get DMCA'd. Yeah, welcome on in. You just joined us in the middle of us goob yapping about Battlefield. Just random map. This time we'll go for the Empire, and let's go. Fuzon, go. But yeah, so then you have like, your support with all of the stuff that they can do. And then you have the recon. So what recon can do is like knowledge is half the battle. Eating at the moment. Hey, got ya. Whatever you're having, I hope it's good. But recon is half the battle. So like, and the equipment that you have as part of the recon class speaks to that. So you've got like your personal laser designator for laser designating enemy vehicles to make like engineers with their rockets, you know, more effective. Again, like the classic example is if you want to help out someone with the javelin, you know, it'll be able to do the top-down angle of attack with that instead. Now I'm hungry. I had my dinner a little. God, I'm so tempted to have a little bit more of a something to eat, but at the same time, I'm starting to try my best to like not just casually just eat because I've gained a couple pounds. Having done that at home, just because it's so easy to hit the kitchen and just start eating, just, you know, out of boredom and whatnot. So I try my best to not do that. But like, some days are easier than others in that regard. But yeah, so you've got like your motion sensors, you've got your personal laser designators, you got a bunch of stuff that will not only help out with like anti-vehicle measures, again like the laser designator for like any engineer players, but you are also able to help out with like spotting enemies and things of the like. Which, you know, obviously being able to spot where the enemies are at any given moment is really good. Because as you like, if you've played Battlefield, you know that at like the bottom left corner, or is it? I think it's bottom left. It might be bottom. I haven't played Battlefield 4 in a while. Ow, that shit hurted. I haven't played the game in a while. I might need to do that. Dude, a Battlefield 4 stream could be fun. I'm just not sure how my internet would hold up though, because I still remember playing Need for Speed Rivals and then my internet shitting the bed and however many streams ago it's been. So I don't know if like playing a game online like that and using up more internet, whatchamacallit, would be good, but we will, I don't know, might be a thing to tackle when the day comes. Let me replenish my health here. Oh yeah, I need to take care of my food too. Sounds good, Darth. Yeah, hopefully whatever you have is good. So yeah, and the main thing that I'm getting at, like between the balance, is that there was no class that could essentially do it all. Like there were strengths and weaknesses to every single class in the game. Ugh! Mash the buttons, do something. Dustin Elysian Tail from Fidget. Mash the buttons, do something. I'm going to die. I am precisely at 1 health. I am going to die. Never mind, I am going to live. Bandwidth? I mean, I'm just concerned about like the stream lagging and whatnot. Like if I were to play an online multiplayer game, like using up more of like an internet connection on top of like what I have, because I mean, I'm not sure exactly what kind of internet the family and I has at this house. I'm just worried there like wouldn't be enough to like support playing a multiplayer game while also streaming at the same time. That's basically the concern that I was getting at. But so back to the Battlefield talk. You know, especially when comparing it to something like 2042, or at least like before all of the changes like were made and everything to the system, like reverting back to the classic class system and everything. You know, it's. I don't know why the DICE team like decided to make that change. Because here's the thing about 2042. So the change to the specialist system, like to have the established characters and everything, that was an EA mandated decision. So like we were going to have like Angel and all of his, you know, don't be sad, this is just how it works out sometimes, glory and everything. You know, we were going to have that for 2042, unfortunately, just at some point. But the decision to remove the class system, last I remember reading, was indeed a DICE decision. So I don't even know why DICE decided to make such a fundamental change. And like the thing is, the thing that I have, you know, been like making my mind up on, like something that I've come to realize is that deviations from the core of what a series is known for, like, that's not inherently a bad thing. It's just that whatever that new, like, thing that the game is trying to do, it has to be fun, and it has to, like, pay homage enough to, like, the, has to pay enough homage to the, like, series that it is, excuse me, to the series that it is a part of and everything like that. Like, for example, okay, so I'm gonna give a thought that, like, might sound crazy to some, like, you know, and all that, but what if, you know, what if Bandai Namco Aces just decided out of the blue one day, like, in between releases of Ace Combat games, what if they decided, you know what, let's make an Ace Combat real-time strategy game? And all of that. Like, an Ace Combat RTS game, I think, could legitimately work if, like, you know, proper, like, homage was paid to, like, the Ace Combat series as a whole. Like, maybe for special abilities, you could call in, like, aces of, like, whatever faction you're fighting for, so you could, you know, or, like, if you want to spend, like, resources on mercenaries, you know, you could have Golem 1 and, like, Golem 2, you could have, like, Golem Team, you know, have that. If you're trying to take over Estevakia as, like, Ameria or something, you know, your special ability could be Talisman and Shamrock, you know, teaming up together to kick ass and things of the like. So I don't know. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is, like, you can have a formula or, like, a spin-off game. You just got to make sure it's, like, done well. So like Ace Combat Assault Horizon, for example, you know, like, that is the example, the prime example that I like to give of a spin-off not done right, purely just because the core gameplay loop was rough because of just how much hand-holding you needed the game was doing for you. And then on top of the fact that the like, a lot of the freedom of choice that you would normally get in an Ace Combat game got stripped away from you. So, like, you weren't able to pick, like, your own aircraft for a lot of the missions and whatnot. Like, you know, is everyone going to do this? Probably not, but no, if I want to take an A-10 equipped with UGBs for a pure air-to-air engagement, why isn't the Ace Combat game letting me do that? You know, if I want to take an F-16, like, with XAGMs, you know, for, like, an anti-ship op or something like that, you know, why can't I do that? Why am I not allowed, like, to, why is that not being, like, why am I not able to do that, essentially? You know, so just a lot of hand-holding and everything, and, like, the reason for that is because, like, the developers were trying to cater to the Call of Duty crowd, and, so they were, like, having a lot of these, like, handheld, like, moments in order to try to make, like, a lot of more epic scenes and everything, but because, you know, a lot of players early on caught on to the fact that, like, oh, this is like very heavily scripted, you know, our hands are being held a lot, it inherently made those moments less cool because it didn't happen organically, it didn't happen naturally. Like, we can tell, like, when something is being manufactured, and that kind of outcome will happen no matter what, and all that, you know? So yeah, especially because with, like, the Aces system, and how, like, you wouldn't be able to, like, practice, like, or show off your flying skills, rather, you would need to like, engage, like, a lot of the enemies marked as aces, like, through the dogfight mode in the game and whatnot. So yeah, so somehow I'm going to attempt to round this all back to Battlefield 2042. Wish me luck. But my attempt to round this all back to Battlefield 2042 is that there could have been a universe where the specialist system could have been implemented well. The thing is, though, that just was not the way to do it and everything. And like, on paper, I guess I can understand why they like, the devs and everything decided on that particular plan and everything. You know, like, more freedom for the player is always a good thing, right? But oh, get right up in the cruiser's face here. Just deal what damage you can. You know, like, have the freedom of choice that you can, but it's the restrictions that were put in place for, like, a lot of the classes that also perfectly balanced things out as well. See, Hearts of Iron, but Ace Combat, although there's already a strange real Ace. Wait, is there actually? Wait, what? Oh shit, okay, I've got something new to look up after I'm done streaming tonight. Wait, what, really? Yo! Oh shit, okay, let's fucking go. No, okay. I'm gonna do me a Google search after stream today. Whoa. And then here's hoping that the Google search in question does not get corrupted by the AI. Watch the AI search be like, there is no such thing as an Ace Combat mod for for Hearts of Iron. Hearts of Iron 4 Strange Real mod? Yo, I'm gonna need to check that out. Fuck yeah.
Here comes the missile.
Pew. Attack!
Rebel fighter.
Oh, come on. Yes, okay, we got one of the shields down at least. So that'll make attacking this thing a bit easier. Let's see. When it comes to changes in established properties, as long as it's good and or has a reason for its change, I'm usually pretty good with it. That's the other thing that had me as upset as I was regarding Battlefield 2042's change, is because this was a change just done for the sake of it. That change was done purely for trend chasing, not to like do their own thing and and all that. That kind of change was done purely to just chase the trends and whatnot. Or at least like the established like character, like the hero shooter, established character element to it. The actual like change to the class system as a whole as we know it was done by DICE, and I still don't know what made them think that was a good idea, but oh, that is an A-wing. Come on, buddy. Come here, boy. Yeah, so another fun thing that you can do in a Star Wars Squadrons series, you can come to a dead stop as well here. So the usual flip on how these kinds of games usually go, because you're usually always moving ahead, like at some kind of speed, as fighter jets do and everything. Because the large majority of the time, you can't come to a full stop aside from like VTOL aircraft and whatnot. So there's a little change in the gameplay formula there for you. See, hold on, let me glance up to the chat. You could probably, yo, Rexeria, welcome on in. Good to see you. Sorry, I am heavily invested in reminiscing on Battlefield, talking about why Assault Horizon was bad, shit talking Battlefield 2042 for good reasons. I am in a goob yappy mood today, if you couldn't tell already. I also cannot pause the game while it's in progress, so that's also contributing to why I'm not able to look over at the chat as many times as I otherwise normally would. I will catch up on the chat as soon as I can. Good job. Prepared to attack. All right, I'm going to head back to the Star Destroyer. Let's hop of the TIE Bomber, and let's deal some damage.
Corvette destroyed. Marvelous.
See. No air to make the wings lift and no gravity to make it stall. True, yep. Just purely reliant on the engines.
Titan, I am inbound.
Titan, I am inbound. Chat, when are we gonna get Titanfall 3? Chat, when are we going to get Titanfall 3? See. Yeah, this is exo-atmospheric. That is a really cool word, actually. Yeah, I agree, Lupin. Exo-atmospheric. Ha! And that is a word that I pronounced correctly. At least I hope I pronounced it correctly on the first time. I am terrible with like pronunciation, like new words and shit. Ah, the power systems. Get the shields. All right, there we go. Their shields are down now. Good stuff. Ah, get the targeting pod. Just fire as long as you can. Blah! Okay, here, I will take this chance to catch up on the chat a little bit, because I feel like we're going to get pushed back a little bit anyway. So let's see. Hand-holding? Unless... Hand-holding before marriage? Like the Suhoi's getting ripped apart by the Vulcan, though. That is true, yeah. Like, one of the few things that I do genuinely like about Assault Horizon is the expanded damage model. So like in the previous Ace Combat games, like the damage model wasn't as sophisticated. Like you wouldn't get like as many parts like shrapnel like coming off the plane, enemy like the oil spilling from the plane, and like any sort of like miscellaneous debris and whatnot. Like you wouldn't normally get that from the other Ace Combat games. So I do genuinely like the improvements to the damage model and whatnot, because the damage model that Assault Horizon used and everything would eventually make its way into Infinity, and then like the damage model would be expanded upon further from there. Hey, let's go. We did it. You could probably gather that from my Star Wars opinions. Let's see. SNK making anything with Metal Slug set for another run and gun be like. See, Thunder is cute. Pass. I'm not cute. Like certain turn-based games that feature a pair of funny plumbers. Yeah, there's Arts Fire 4. It's only got the Belkin War currently. Gotcha. Hey, favorite Ace Combat game being Ace Combat 0. That is perfectly fine with me. Or a certain Blue Bomber who got multiple spin-offs that don't even include him. But hey, at least there are more focus trees now than there were a few months ago. Just used to be Belka. Oh, nice. Let's see. Never, Sag. Oh, God, I want Titanfall 3 so bad. What do you mean, Anthem? Oh, my God. What do you mean? Anthem came out years ago. When GTA 6 and Silk Song comes out. Like this if you cry every time. Yo, Evan Star, welcome on in. Good to see ya. Still in Punta Cana? Punta Cana? Nice. Yo, hope your stay there's going really good. Mother 3, and a localization for Mother 4. Mother 3, minor spelling mistake. Feel the same with Ace Attorney. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm not cute though, stop it, no. Speaking of that, Sega is making a Stumble Guys, but with Sonic characters. Yeah. Bring up the activity feed, and alas, I think I've let. Oh God, there's two of me now. There we go. Alas, I think it's time for me to bake in the sun a little bit more with the jacket and T-shirt on for the time being. So, let's see. What do we got? 7:22. So we might have like one or two more rounds. Probably two. I don't know. Let's see. No more packs, Dingo leave. Oh yeah, Sonic Rumble, LOL. No titty milkies. Oh no, Darv actually did leave, fuck. We lost the burb. We lost the cute burb. Yeah, so Battlefield 4 is truly one of like my all-time favorite games, just as a whole. Splitting my attention between 3 streamers. Oh shit. Best of luck. Capital D colon. Oh shoot, we lost Never. No, Never's left as well. We're losing people. This map again? Okay. We're losing people. Oh shit, Magi's lives? Ooh, nice. I would feel overwhelmed. How are you doing that? Yeah, like the highest amount like that I can watch at any given moment is 2. Like I can only have 2 streamers up at any moment. Before like that's enough for me. Bone and Blur are pretty chill. Oh, got ya. Okay, I was gonna say if you had like 3 separate streamers on the equivalent of like Jaws streams or something like that, like Jaws or Wiss's streams, I'd be like, how are you doing that? There'd be so much to catch up on. But yeah, Battlefield 4, true, like one of my absolute favorites of all time. I will see. Okay, here's the thing. I am truthfully scared about the day that Battlefield 4 is going to get shut down, because the thing is, it is going to happen sooner or later, whether we want to admit it or not. That Battlefield 4 is on borrowed time with like a lot of like the online components, because Battlefield 4 is like known for its online stuff. So that is truthfully scary, especially since Battlefield 4 is over 10 years old at this point, and everything. Because as much as I would like to. Oi, what? What do you mean I'm cute? Oh shit, I'm trying to pause my game, assuming that. Oh my God, sorry. I am running on the speed of Internet Explorer right now. My brain was so focused on Battlefield 4 imminent doomsday that I'm like, wait a minute. See, same thing with Monster Hunter World. I know the multiplayer is gonna die one day. Dude, that is, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, for it do be Battlefield 4 for me. Thunder, if you're reading this, you've crashed your ship. Thunder is cute. Thunder is cute. I am not cute. Stop it. No. Why are y'all saying that I'm cute? SMH, my head, I'm not. What is this false information that is being displayed in my chat right now? What is this? Everything has an end. Yeah, that's the scary thing. Tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Okay, I'll stop there before I get DMCA'd. Come here, boy. Yeah, so I'm hoping that, like, there's, like, a revival project that's, like, already in the works, or, like, that people are, like, drafting up plans for it for when the inevitable happens and whatnot. Because, ow, that shit hurted. Because as much as I would like to have this not be the case, I'm not cute, stop it. Thunder, if you're reading this, you've crashed your ship. You can get DMCA just by singing. I mean, truthfully, I'm doing that. I'm doing the whole, like, I'm gonna stop singing before I get DMCA, before I get dinged for copyright. Because, like, on YouTube, for instance, you can unironically, like, if you sing enough of a song, I think you can unironically get dinged for copyright, I want to say, or like it's happened before where like the automated system that YouTube uses to detect copyrighted content is such like an overkill kind of like mechanism that like as soon as it like detects the strings of words that are lined up together, it'll be like, oi, copyright, and shit like that. Bruh, dude, yeah, no, YouTube's copyright system when it comes to music is a fucking mess. It is, yeah. I had to remove the to be continued redeem because YouTube didn't like me using roundabout. Ah, fuck, rip. Yeah, see, yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, I'm not sure what the DMCA like situation is for Twitch and whatnot. I would assume that like if like the system is as trigger happy as like the system is for YouTube, then I would just get dinged like during the VOD or whatnot, because I don't think like they're as trigger happy to like ding people for copyright when it comes to like any active live streams, because like the moment has already happened and whatnot, whereas in like a YouTube video, you know, like it's not happening live, like it's been like fully produced and edited and whatnot. But like I would probably get like that sort of ding for like during the VOD. Better, exactly, yeah, like you said, Never, better safe than sorry, yeah. In my experience, it's a bit faulty with the muting, but appeals are really easy to do. Oh shit, actually? Okay. I mean, if the appeals are easy, yeah. So speaking of like appeals and whatnot, chat. Do you guys know just how fucky the like appeal system is for like YouTube? Like, if someone manually does a DMCA claim and like you want to do like a counterclaim and whatnot, do you like? It's super fucky how it's super fucky how like that works on YouTube and everything, because essentially the way that the DMCA system on YouTube is working right now is that whoever is filing the complaint is judge, jury, and executioner, essentially. And like the thing is, you know, you might not even be able to like successfully appeal, because like say that the DMCA complaint comes from like Disney, like for example, like if they're falsely flagging your video for like Star Wars material, you know, for instance, and all of that. Because at a certain point, like if you want to counter the DMCA, like if you send a counterclaim and the person or like entity essentially who originally filed that DMCA claim can say whether or not like, oh shit, my bad, because they have 60 days to respond to any like counterclaims. And within those 60 days, you know, they have to say like, no, we are absolutely sure that it that like our claim still stands and everything. Or you can say, or they can say, oh shit, you know what, my bad, you know, we're gonna retract that, and everything. But so here's the thing: like 9 times out of 10, the company in question will continue to enforce that, like, no, our claim is legit and everything. So they get the option to say like, no, our claim is legit, or no, like we fucked up, you know, our bad. Like no third party gets to make that decision. It's the original claimant, if that's even a word, like the person or entity who made the claim in the first place, who gets to make that call. And then if you want to continue to pursue legal action further, then at that point you have to take it up with like in the court of law and whatnot. And if you're just an independent content creator just trying to make ends meet, you know, like if YouTube is like, you know, like a part-time job, or like if it's your full-time thing, or like, you know, whatever you do for content creation, if it's like part of what brings in like the dough each month or each week or like whatever, then, you know, you're probably not going to be able to fight that, because legal fights can be really damn expensive. And there's just no fucking way that you're going to be able to win a legal fight just from sheer money alone against like against Disney, Diz nuts, Lamau fucking got him, or like Nintendo, for example. If Nintendo was coming after you for like a fan project that you're making, you know, Incineroar dating simulator or something. God, I want that to be real, but Nintendo was going to say no. You know, like whatever it is that, you know, that like, I mean, I don't know, for the Nintendo example, it would be a fan game. So that's outside of YouTube. So that's a little bit outside the scope of what I was talking about within the YouTube ecosystem. But my point still stands, you know, like that's why the developers behind Citra, like the 3DS emulator, and then more prominently, Yuzu, the Switch emulator, you know, like settled, just like immediately settled. Like they, like to my knowledge, they didn't even try to fight they didn't even try to fight Nintendo coming after them, just because Nintendo has such a bottomless pit of money, whereas the developers for those emulators, they were very strapped for cash in comparison. So like there was no way that they'd be able to continue paying their lawyers in order to, you know, help them fight against Nintendo and whatnot. And everything, so that whole situation was just kind of a bit fucky. And truthfully, it's both like a blessing and a curse that like that particular situation ended the way that it did. Like the Nintendo like versus the Yuzu and like the Citra emulators, because on the one hand, if that fight had like gone to trial and it was determined that like Nintendo was in the complete legal right, you know, to like shut down that project, then that would set a precedent for like all kinds of emulation moving forward. Like you know, the companies would just go on an absolute rampage. You know, like think Order 66 from Star Wars, but with video games, essentially. That's what would happen. But because like the case was settled outside of court, there was no definitive like answer given. We still have at least the benefit, but also the curse of like, you know, emulation being like the legal gray area, that it is, and everything. So, you know, so on the one hand, you know, like emulation could have potentially been saved, but on the other hand, there's always that what if situation of like, well, shit, what if it was determined that like Nintendo was in the wrong and everything? That could have set a like really like good precedent for like preservation efforts for games moving forward and everything. It's just the thing is though, the risk of like being figured of like the jury siding with Nintendo, you know, that was such a great like the risk was so high that like there's that sort of relief that like it didn't fully ever go to trial at the same time either. And, you know, will there come a day where, you know, where a group of people will be unfortunate enough to be in a spot where they will have to, like, you know, where their, like, particular case will be, like, ride or die or something? At some point in the future, potentially, yeah. You know, but today is not that, it's been a little bit ever since that particular case happened, but that case is not that case. Let's see, hardest part is what happens outside the stream. Remember the crash I had today? That's nothing compared to all the stuff I had to do for my stream to be functional. So here, let me scroll up a bit, yeah. To synchronize your death watches. Let's see, better safe than sorry, bruh. Let's see, speaking of DMCA, I'm still better that my go-to of legally acquired games got the cease and desist. No! Fuck. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. You're not thinking of the site that I'm thinking, are you? Hold on. No. No. What do you mean? Hold on. Oh, thank God. Okay. No, I got so scared. Hold on. Maybe? Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. It might have been Darv. Wait. Is this because I'm on mobile that it's not showing? That is what I'm thinking. Oh no, you're kidding. Wait. Oh no. Download unavailable at the request of the fucking ESA. No, it did get destroyed, I think. Oh no, Ace Combat Zero. Yep, download unavailable at the request of the. Oh no. Been asked to remove many games from the vault on behalf of Nintendo, Sega, Lego, and the ESA. While most of these games and the hardware to play them haven't been sold in decades, ultimately it's their prerogative, so these games are just now gone for good. I'll DM you something. Okay, yeah, I'll check out that DM after stream. Oh, no. Hold on, wait, what if we go to B? Oh, no. Hold on, if we, like, check this out. Well, okay, not everything. I did find a game. Okay, so, I mean, not everything, I suppose, but a decent chunk of the place that we are thinking of, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, did get nuked. Oh, fuck. Okay, so a partial Order 66 did happen then. Fuck. Oh, bitch. Damn it. Oh, man, damn it. Damn it, man. I was like being playful when I said like they're gonna order. I didn't think they'd actually do that. Son of a bitch. Fuck, man, not everything. No. Aw, that sucks. You know, okay. So for any of you who watches Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers, I saw a comment that said this well, of like one of the top comments at the time was because like Mudahar was covering about like the partial Order 66 that happened for the site that we are talking about here. The comment said something to the effect of rule number 1, don't talk about these sites. Rule number 2, don't ever being in all caps talk about the sites and everything. I think the site might have gotten a bit too much publicity in order for that. And to be clear, I don't want this to be interpreted as me like blaming Mudahar. Like I'm not blaming his coverage like for that as like the reason why the partial Order 66 happened or anything. It's just one of those like double-edged sword situations where like you want to direct people to the right sources, but you have to do it in such a manner that like it's not going to catch the attention of, you know, like like certain people, I guess. And all that. And to be clear, for any undercover FBI, CIA agents, or like undercover Twitch staff in the chat right now, I am obviously not advocating for piracy. You should always seek like legal copies of the game. You should not steal. You should not steal from the multi-million-dollar corporations. You should not do any of that. Just to get that PSA out there. You know, just to cover my own ass and everything. Damn though, man. Damn, that's kind of... I heard it through Modern Vintage Gamers video on it. Poor Thunder's fault, but yeah. Yo, Elijah Drago, I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Sorry. I think I forget off the top of my head. But yo, Elijah Drago, welcome on in. Good to see ya. Did you DM Thunder the... Oh, wait, you made Thunder Rigs area? Oh, shit. I'll definitely have to check that out after stream then. Wait a sec. Yo. Hang on, let me scroll up on the chat, because I know I missed a couple things. Bad Ends are just having a surprise Pokemon battle with her, just like Cynthia Dating Simulator 2K25. Bungie and yup. Oh, dude, the false DMCA. Yeah, someone impersonating Bungie just out of frustration, and then the whole thing, the court case that happened afterward. Yeah. Excuse me, they didn't, but the fans did. After they went after Yuzu, fans started making a lot of their own emulators, and Nintendo couldn't take all of them down, and they ended up buying Yuzu to make it an official emulator. Wait, actually? Holy shit. Yo. We need to rise up against the corporations in a glorious proletarian revolution for the gamer liberation. Because of that drastic measure, they made the emulator free. Unless your case ends super early, you would be looking at least 50,000. Yeah. Unless your case ends super early, you'd be looking at least 50K in legal fees, realistically in the hundreds of thousands. Yeah. Yo, welcome on in, Elijah Drago. Yeah. Was it a layer? Yeah. DM you something. Library of Exandria has been nuked. Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? I'm lost. So a certain site that's known for like preserving like video games and everything, especially games that you can't realistically get like access to and everything because like the game's like old enough and such. That website in particular got partially Order 66'd. Don't worry, people will eventually re-upload those probably. I hope so, man. I hope so. Library of Alexandria is the U.S. Pacific Fleet, and it is the beginning of December 1941. December 7th. Let's see. Scatter. Heard it through modern villages. Let's see. No, it was something different, but I'll send it. Oh, got ya. Oh no, the multi-millionaire corporation will go bankrupt because me, one person, didn't buy their game, shall we? Poor multi-million-dollar corporate. I know, like, when? How are they gonna please their shareholders? When are they gonna play, like, when? Like, real talk, yeah. Oh my god. Ah, boo, 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 boo. Ah. Damn it, man. Yeah, to be clear though, just again, you know, just in case like anyone wasn't here, like for me saying this, you know, anyone who might have missed it, I'm not blaming anyone. Like I know I brought up like Mudahar's video when he was covering what happened with like Bim's Lair. I'm not blaming him. I don't mean this to be like, how dare you bring this much attention, buddy? Like I'm not being like that, because like, you know, fighting one another is just not gonna be helpful anyway. You know, and all that, like, even if we could definitively, like, point the finger at someone and be like, oi, stop that, you know, like, it wouldn't do us any good anyway. It's just, this has happened, we gotta move forward with it, and all of that. A day that will live in infamy. Yo, Pafioso, welcome on in! We were having a solemn... I am blame. Yeah, no, like, real talk, if there's anyone to blame, unironically, blame the corporations, actually. Yeah, no, real talk. Because, yeah, because it's the corporations who are, like, looking for profits and everything. They are looking to, like, you know, make money from this, yet they also utterly refuse to remaster the games, to re-release them for future platforms, and, like, you know, and then they have the fucking shocked Pikachu, like, meme and everything. They're like, oh my god, you know? Like, come on. No, unironically, yeah, no, blame the corporations, yeah. Because they're the ones who are, like, forcing people into the positions that they are, like, being forced into and everything, you know? Ah. POV, your modern-day Imperial pilot flying a less advanced aircraft compared to like the rebels with their shielding and everything. Haha. Damn, I'm down to 34 health. Already though, ouchie. Hello, Thunder. Yo, Sets Fox. Cute fox spotted. Point. Cute fonks. Steer. Monka fly.
Headed my way.
Popular Lamau. Wait, check out the video I made in GM's video and streams channel. No, I'll stick with the TIE Fighter for this one. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to swap to the Interceptor.
Joining the fight. Turn the tide before they attack our cruisers.
See. Pink dog, pink fonks. Oh no, we have to defend.
That Corvette is nothing but scrap.
Defend the cruisers.
Enemy Corvette detected. Take it down and keep our cruisers safe.
But, man, yeah, so that sucks though, man, damn. Ah, boo. Might need to pay the site another visit for some things, just in case another partial Order 66 happens, like sometime down the line and everything. Damn, what the fuck is happening? Damn, swarming my ass. Holy fuck, take me out to dinner first before you fuck me in the ass. God damn. All right, now we're swapping to the Interceptor if they want to play like that. Don't fall too far into the if I could word good. Don't fall too far into the data hoarding rabbit hole, or you'll end up like me. I will try my best, but the temptation of collecting data is too strong. The temptation of collecting data is too strong. The FBI/CIA be like. All right, now where y'all at? Aw, now that I'm actually in a formidable starfighter built for anti-starfighter combat, they want to run away. Aw. Aw, will babies. Aw, they see me and my TIE Interceptor and they're like, holy fuck! All right, the Corvette's down. Good stuff. By the way, I'm not cute. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Cute fox. Cute fox. If my thing could recharge, if my missile that I wish to use on the enemy could recharge, that would be beautiful. It did not. New look is handsome, buddy. Yeah, the new PNGs from Hey Fizzy J. Hell yeah. I'm really happy with how they looked. Meanwhile, here's me with my 1 terabyte hold and SSD almost full. Exclamation. Yeah, can we get an exclamation mark cute fox command going? No, I'm not. I have like a terabyte of movies and books I've not consumed. All public domain, of course. Come on now. Come on, there we go. All right, now we're finally getting somewhere. All right. There we go. Now the rebellion shall fear me. Do it. Kill him now. Do it. Commander Cody, the time has come. Execute Order 66. Yes, my lord. Blast him. I don't know why I'm reciting off Revenge of the Sith now. I just am. Okay, chat. New topic. If you have seen the prequel movies, how would you rank the prequel films? Because for me, I would rank the prequel films as Revenge of the Sith as my favorite, and then honestly, this might make me a little bit controversial, but I would say Attack of the Clones is my second favorite, purely because of the fact that the Clone Wars era is my absolute favorite. Like out of the prequel, original, and then like the sequel, like trilogy eras, the prequel era is my absolute favorite, like with the Clone Wars and the clones and everything. And because we see like the on-screen appearance of the clones, that's what makes it number 2 for me. And then like Phantom Menace towards like as like my third favorite and everything. From worst to best, so Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One. Got ya. Oh yeah, Rogue One could technically be considered, part of the prequel, because like that happens before New Hope. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I hadn't even thought about that. Rogue One might be the best Star Wars property in decades. Dude, yeah, real talk. I really enjoyed Rogue One. Rogue One was fucking awesome. Yeah. Oh no, it's Star Wars. Exploding. Yeah. Minor. Oops, my finger slipped and typed Q puppy instead. Oi. Minor spelling mistake. I actually don't hate the prequels. I don't really hate the prequels either. No, it's something that's grown on me. Like, I unironically really enjoy Revenge of the Sith now that I've gotten older and like I'm more appreciative of like, you know, the actual like film itself and everything. I unironically really like Revenge of the Sith. Dude, especially the fucking opening like space battle above Coruscant and everything. The fucking CIS and then the Republic ship like broadsiding one another in space as well. Unrealistic as fuck. Yeah, cool. Also, yeah. Super damn cool. Only Star Wars story that I hate is Rise of Skywalker, and that's more of disappointment of how safe it was. It's fair, yeah. You just discussed it in the safety of my chat. Oh, are there major differences in the release? I'm not brave enough for Star Wars discourse. I generally stay away from Star Wars discourse as well and everything, but I figured I'd bring it up if we're playing like Star Wars Squadrons here and everything. You know, but yeah, I'm usually not one to spend like leagues of time either defending or like attacking a film or whatnot. You know, like I've got the films that I really like. You know, like Revenge of the Sith and everything. I've got films that I very much despise, let's just say, and everything, like Rise of Skywalker and everything. But yeah, yeah, I'm not interested in like the Star Wars discourse though, because because then people are gonna be like, oh my God, how dare you for this? How dare you for that? Who cares if it's real? The only Star Wars story. Oh yeah, who cares if it's realistic or not? Those are fucking planes in space shooting. Like, exactly, yeah. No, real talk. Okay, so it's never going to happen at this point, I'm fairly certain, because Star Wars Squadrons has been out for a while now, and like there's been no indication of like a prequel or a sequel era kind of thing. But if a Star Wars Squadron like kind of game could happen for the prequel or the sequel era, that would be fucking cool. Dude, Arc 170, my beloved. I fucking love the design of the Arc 170, like the primary starfighter for the Republic and everything. I fucking love it, man. For the Republic. Monka steer. Caught by the tractor beam. I'm going to die. You will die. I love Rogue One. Rogue One is, yeah, like I said, Rogue One is awesome. I remember a long time ago when I was 9 years old, watched Star Wars Clone Wars back in 2000. Dang, interesting. Like you were there for the full movie release and everything. Oh shit. Favorite character in Star Wars is Darth Vader? Hell yeah, perfectly understandable, dude. Darth Vader, dude. Oh my God, can we talk about? Oh God, do I want to specify? Rogue One has been out for a while. Is it safe to talk about that scene in Rogue One towards the end? Is it safe to talk about that one?
Cannot lose fighters like this. Pull back.
That's why I exploded. KOTOR 1 and 2 is way better than any Star Wars movies. I need to get around to playing Knights of the Old Republic because I have not played any Knights of the Old Republic games. Like, I've seen, like, the cinematics. I've seen the cutscenes, or just, like, the cinematic cutscenes, whatever you want to call it. I've seen those before, but I have not played any of, like, the games themselves yet, so I might need to get around to doing that. Okay, to be fair, what am I doing in a TIE bomber going up against starfighter ships? I am not built for this. I'm a big, heavy, beefy boy. I should be going up against other big, heavy, beefy boys here. Land what shots I can before I die. Kind of surprised I'm still alive here. Okay, never mind. I just had to say it. Jacket and t-shirt off? Hey, you got it. You know, it is about time. Yeah, it is 7:54, so we are almost there. It is time to sweat now. Big, heavy, beefy boys live on stream. Hey, hey. Oh, wait, actually, let me swap back to the TIE Interceptor here.
Our cruiser can't take much more.
The original cut is 153. Trying to build a Darth Revan costume. Love his story so much. Sets Fox AO?
That's one light cruiser lost.
Man, okay, so you know what, actually? So I want to go back to Battlefield 4 real quick. I know we were talking about that one for a little bit. But going back to Battlefield 4, or Battlefield 4 versus 2042, essentially. Yeah, so like the cool balancing and everything that was going on with Battlefield 4 and everything, thrown out the window for 2042 for like the chase trend, like the trend chasing. There we go. It was, I got the words in the correct order at some point sooner or later. But you know, all that's really nice. And like the funny thing is that eventually, you know, the devs for 2042 did actually go back and like revert things past revert things back to the class system. But the thing is even though that fix was like much appreciated and everything, one, it shouldn't have ever gotten to that spot in the first place. Like, it's one of those things where it should not have happened to begin with. So like, we don't want to get too celebratory about something like that, because like extreme fuck ups like that, we don't want normalized, because something like that, of like the extreme change, like the extreme deviation in the class system and everything, you know, we can't like celebrate that, you know? But the other thing, the other like more important thing about it is that, I'm trying to figure out how I want to word it, is that no matter what kind of like reverting back to how things used to be done like would happen there, no matter what like the devs would do, it would just be a band-aid that would never fully heal the wound. And like one of the main like points, like one of the main games that I like to look at for a point of reference as to what I'm talking about is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Remember, for anyone who played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, remember when they added the no exosuit playlist, where they removed like the advanced mobility to like get a more classic feeling Call of Duty in terms of like movement and everything? Because this was during the boots, during the boots off the ground, like intense like movements era and whatnot. But remember how like that was happening, and then the maps did not play out as well because the maps were designed for the exosuits and everything. Well, that is a similar situation that happened with 2042. Because the maps and like the general like gameplay systems and everything were designed around the way that the specialist system was originally implemented. So while the balance of everything was a little bit better because everyone like had the necessary restrictions in order to like fulfill their role in like the game and everything, the actual gameplay never really fully went back to like the golden era. So like it never really went back to like the Battlefield 4 kind of feeling, because again, it was just a band-aid over like a band-aid over like a 50 caliber bullet wound, essentially, is what was happening. So like it, and I distinctly remember, because I wanted to make a video on it as well. I wanted to talk about like, is the class update, you know, is this like gonna be any good? Like, are things better now? And all of that. But I distinctly remember that after I recorded the necessary gameplay and everything in order to like get the footage that I needed to talk about the video, as I was typing up the script and everything, like I got towards the end, but it was towards the end of that script that I realized I just didn't care anymore. And to me, not caring about like a game or a franchise is the final nail in the coffin. Like, that is infinitely worse than still having enough care essentially in the world to still complain and to still want to see the game improve and everything. Infinitely worse. Hey, buddy.
I got your back.
I don't know what he was doing just floating there. That was something. But yeah, like as soon as I realized, fuck man, I don't even want to make this video, like as like the YouTube upload and everything, that was when I'm like, damn, I think this is like this is the end for it, right? And you know, I have gone back like once in a blue moon to like play Battlefield 2042 to like level up some weapons that like got added since then and things of the like. But I've never like felt an intense urge to play the game just like ever again, which sucks, man. And like whatever next Battlefield game is going to be coming out, whatever next Battlefield game will be coming out here, I am not going to pre-order it. I am going to refrain from doing that, because I am not going to be burned again. Because for anyone who wasn't here, like however many streams ago when I first like talked about it again, I paid up for an extra, I want to say the, what is it, gold edition, like the second like highest, or like second to like whatever the highest version of that particular game was. I paid that much like money it was like 100, I want to say it was, for that specific version of the game and whatnot. So I paid extra because I was fully sucked into the like the hype and everything.
Under attack.
And you know, like I even went, I even like legitimately went through some stages of a denial, stages of grief. By the way, mods, if you do get the pop-up, I'm not sure if Twitch is going to be fucky with you or not, but if the pop-up to snooze the ads does show up, go ahead and do that because we are about to head out here with the game having ended. Sweet, already got it. Hell yeah. Hey, thank you, Burb. Thank you, Darv. But yeah, so TLDR, I'm not going to get burned by Battlefield 2042 again. I am going to do the act of waiting to see what other people think before doing that, because yeah, I ain't gonna get burned again. I'll tell you that much. Whiskey is streaming today. Yep, we are going to go raid the Wiki Kitty next. We are going to go raid Wickerton Cheat Cake the Third. Just watching all of you guys yap while I eat. Hey, that's fair. Kick back, relax. Just watch others chatting in the chat. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Well, chat, that brings us to the end of the stream. End of the stream not only for today, but the end of the streams of the week. With it being Thursday, I will be back next Monday. I am not entirely sure what next week's streams are going to look like. It'll be a like crossing the bridge when I get to it kind of situation. That do be my plan moving forward for it. So, say the line, Thunderous. With that all being said, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed. It was a nice little chill back late stream today. I did indeed do a lot of goob yapping. To say the line. Absolutely not. Love the aesthetic of the cases currently overfilling. Oh, got you. With all that being said, I'm mobile, so I'm blind. Same thing happens with mine. I watch my chat through my phone, so I can't know where there's an ad break unless Haiti uses. With all that being said, so yeah. With all that being said, you got me to say it twice now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you guys like the idea of video game reviews and essays, I have a YouTube where I post all of that stuff. I also have a Twitter where I post updates to things like stream updates, video updates, things like that. The temptation to make a Blue Sky account, though, is ever growing by the day, though. But in the meantime, I will keep on using Twitter. I stream 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, though occasionally I do like to go a little bit overtime, primarily for Mondays and Tuesdays, because Wednesdays and Thursdays, I need my daily dose of wiki cheesecake. Say, great stream, Thunder? Hell yeah! It's why whenever I stream, the main topic of convo is movies. Oh, shit, nice. I'll have to check out one of your streams at some point, Never. Yeah. Great stream, Thunder. Hey, thank you. Yeah, stream wouldn't be what it is without you guys. You know, taking the time to watch it, everything. So yeah, seriously, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for chilling. And yeah, let us go raid Whiskey. Thunder is. I am not cute. Chat. Oh no. Chat. No, y'all aren't about to make that your raid message, are you? Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh no. Thunder. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Why are you like this? Oh no. Whiskey dingo.
If Thunder is cute, he will send US to the Wiki Kitty.
He will send the US to the Wiki Kitty? I am sending you guys, not the United States as a whole, to Whiskey Dingo. So, I can indeed fulfill those requirements, Haney. I will not be cute. Ha! Gotcha on a technicality. Nice try, buddy. No, I'm kidding. So, yeah, next week, I'm not entirely sure what I want these streams to be. Like I said, it'll be a play it by ear. I will cross that bridge when I get to it for whatever games that I decide to play. For then, I might hop back on the 360 and everything, because hopping back on to the 360... No! Stupid keyboard! Haney got pwned for his strange capitalization. But what was I saying? Yeah, so yeah, play it by ear week next week, and all that. Like I said, I might go back to the 360 for quite a bit for next week. because rocking the Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops streams is really fun, albeit quite painful at times too, but fun above all else. He's doing the triple stream again. Gotcha. Is he? I mean, we'll see when we hop into the stream. He might be trying to stream on TikTok. Yeah, like how quick is he going to get banned on there? Whiskey's theorizing. So yeah, we are about to go raid Whiskey. Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.